Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here. And a few days ago I did a training video again showing one of my regular full body sessions, which I'll link down below for you guys. And one of the questions that I got from people was, why am I doing my shoulder presses behind the neck with a barbell? So I'm going to try to answer that for you, but hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. Roll that up so you can see that. Mount biceps. The thing I want to make clear up front is that the behind the neck press, the way I'm doing it, is considered to be a counter-indicated exercise by personal trainers and physiologists. And that is because it is a risky or dangerous exercise in the sense that it puts more stress on the rotator cuff than a lot of shoulder exercises do. So you need to make sure that you have very strong rotator cuffs if you're going to do this lift. And you need to assess your own personal level of shoulder flexibility, your grip width, and things like that. You need to find a way to do this in a way that is pain-free for you through the deepest range of motion possible. And this lift is not for everybody. There will be people who cannot do this exercise pain-free. And if it causes pain, it's probably going to hurt you at some point. So keep that in mind. And so that's my disclaimer. Now when you look at regular pressing, the front press, which you generally do with a clean grip, your hands are usually like this when you're military pressing. Nobody holds it like this unless you're a moron. So you've got it in a clean grip and your elbows are forward and you're pressing overhead. This makes it really a primarily anterior deltoid and upper pec exercise rather than working the lateral head of the delt as much as you might want. Now it does work the lateral head, and it even works the posterior head to a very small extent, but because of your position, if you look, it looks like this. Whereas when you're doing it behind the neck, your hands are all the way back here. If you noticed, your starting position with your elbows and your arms when it's behind the neck are almost the same as when you're doing a side lateral raise with a dumbbell. So it actually works the middle head of the delt here, the lateral head, quite effectively while still working the anterior head. And it puts further emphasis upon the posterior head because all heads of a muscle are interlinked and you can't work just one of any three heads, but there can be tremendously more emphasis on one head than another. And it moves that emphasis further back. And so what happens is that it makes it a more effective overall delt builder and an overall more effective exercise for your entire shoulder girdle. But it does come at some risk, and of course you have to use a slightly lower weight. But this is a very old school exercise. A lot of guys have used this historically to build fantastic shoulders. Old school bodybuilders who had great shoulders, this was one of their staple lifts. I am personally using it because I know that even though my goals are powerlifting, my aesthetics do affect my channel and my outreach, because there are people who disregard what I say as a result of me not looking like a bodybuilder. So to increase my outreach, I do need to work on balancing my physique a little more. I can't let it detract from my primary goals, but I do need more shoulder development. I need all three heads of my delts bigger. I need my biceps bigger and with better peaks and things like that. And I need to lose body fat if I want to look more aesthetic for the purposes of getting more outreach for my channel so that I can get more people to actually listen to what I'm saying. So that is one of the reasons I'm doing it. Also, I do feel that my delts in general are a weak link in my bench press, and so therefore any pressing work I do for my deltoids is going to improve my bench press, which in turn will help me with my primary goals. So I hope that explains to you why I personally choose this lift, what the difference between it and doing them with the front with the barbell is, and why a person might choose one over the other. So I hope it has been informative, and I will talk to you next time.